Hello, this video will teach you how to solve the Pyraminx. So I'm sure many of you who are watching this video have heard of Pyraminx, but I guess they do not know how to solve it. So you don't have to worry about anything and your money isn't wasted. And before you're watching this video, I think that you have already watched my playlist on how to solve the Rubik's Cube, and you do know how to solve the Rubik's Cube because it becomes much easier to relate to solve the Pyraminx, because you can relate the pieces of a Rubik's Cube to the pieces of a Pyraminx. So first I will teach you the kinds of pieces on a Pyraminx. There are three kinds of pieces on a Pyraminx. The tips, they are pretty easy to solve. You can only move it like these. See, so you solve these tips at the very beginning, and I will teach you in detail later. And there are 4 of these tips on the whole Pyraminx. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then there are the centerpieces, and there are 12 centerpieces on the Pyraminx, and 3 centerpieces of the same color on one face would represent the color. So for example, if I have three blue centerpieces on one face, it means that I have to solve all the other tips and edges around it so that I get the first blue face done. And then there are the edge pieces, these edge pieces. There are well, I don't know how many edge pieces there are in the Pyraminx. 7. There are 7 edge pieces in the Pyraminx, and you solve them in the last. You solve them after you're done with the tips, centers. After that you solve with the edges. Okay, so let's scramble our Pyraminx. Okay, so I have a scrambled Pyraminx here, and the first thing you do on a scrambled Pyraminx is move these tips so that their color matches their centerpiece. So like this, so that the red matches red, the yellow matches yellow, and the blue matches blue. That's how you solve all the 4 tips. I've solved one, then there you go, another, green green, blue blue, red red, then another, green green, yellow yellow, red red, and another like this, yellow yellow, blue blue, and green green. So I've solved all the 4 tips. Now I need to bring 3 centerpieces of the same color on one face so that I can solve the edge pieces around them, and so I can then solve the first face. So let us just say that I want to bring a red centerpiece. Okay, just pick any face and try to bring 3 centers of the same color. So I picked this one because it has the most number of centerpieces of the same color. It has 2 reds. That is why I picked this face, because it becomes easier to solve. So I need one red centerpiece right here, and I found it right here. It is right here. I need to bring it right here. But I see that since the red center is not in this block, this whole thing that I'm turning right now is one block. This whole block does not contain this red center, so I cannot bring this red center here. I have to bring these 2 centers right here. I cannot move this one here. I need to move these 2 here. Do you get it? You need to try this one on your own Pyraminx to understand it better. I'll tell you again. Since this red center is not in this block that I'm turning right now, this is one block, therefore I cannot bring this red here easily. So I have to bring these 2 centers here so that I get 3 centerpieces on one face. So to bring these 2 centerpieces here, turn this whole panel sideways, then bring this down and bring this down, and there you go. you have 3 red centers on one face, and then you can solve all the other edge pieces, these 3 edge pieces around them. So just like in a Rubik's Cube, there are 2 colors on an edge piece, there are 2 colors on an edge piece in a Pyraminx too. So I need to search for an edge piece with a red color, because I'm solving a red color right now, in the top block. The top block needs to be searched for an edge piece with a red one, and I found 2 of them. So let's just solve this one. I need to insert this edge piece with red, yellow right here. So what I do is match the yellow color of the edge piece with its yellow center, and then I see that it needs to go right here. So I bring this thing up, I turn it aside, and then bring it back. So this way I can insert an edge piece, and there's another way for doing the same. Instead of matching the yellow, you bring it to the very opposite of where it needs to be for the yellow to be matched. If the yellow matches here, you bring it right here, and then you insert the piece by using this thing, this sequence of moves. I actually don't know the notation for the Pyraminx, therefore I won't be able to tell you using notations. So what I do is I bring the piece right here, and then I perform this one down, up and up. Did you see that? This one needs to go right here. So the block containing this piece, which needs to be inserted, will go down first, then the opposite block goes down, then that block comes back, and the opposite block comes back, and I have inserted this piece. So for those who have not understood, well, you can watch the video again. So next I found another one with red in it, and I see that it needs to go right here. So I won't bother matching the blue with the blue, it is already on the opposite. So I will insert this edge piece using the second method. Down, down, up, up. There you go. Then again I found this one with a red, and I again wouldn't bother matching the green with the green, because I can simply use the second method for edge insertion. So I again do the down, down, up, up move, and there you go. So okay, remember that you can also find a case in which the green matches when the piece is on the right. If you insert the piece while keeping it on the left, then you turn the left face down first. The left block should be down first. So this one down, then this one down, then up, and there you go, you have inserted an edge piece. So after you're done with the first face and the first layer, you will have 3 cases in your top block. This one's the top block, and you will be able to identify these cases only when you have 3 centers of the same color on each of these faces. So you can simply do that by turning the top block, and there you go. Okay, so I've matched all the centers. Now I see that it is the first case in which the edge pieces are all scrambled in no order. They are just scrambled, unoriented, wrongly permuted edge pieces. So to solve that, I see that yellow and blue, apart from red, yellow and blue are the most solved faces. So I just pick any one of these and start solving it. So let's just pick blue. Okay, so I keep blue on at the bottom, and I would not be bothered about the red color. I would only be bothered about the blue. So let's start solving the blue blue face. So this one's the top block, and I found this edge piece with the blue in it. So I do not. So I bring this right here. I match the green, or I could just bring it opposite to where it should be when the green needs to be matched. So I bring it this right here. Then I use down, down, up, up, and I see another blue in the top block. So I bring it right here, and then I again use down, down, up, up. There you go. I have solved blue, and along with it, magically, my Pyraminx has been solved too. Actually, it's not magic. It would be solved. Yours one would be solved too if you tried it. Okay. So then there's another case in which all 3 edge pieces are scrambled, but they are in an order. the edge pieces need to be cycled, which means they have to be cycled from here to here, here to back, and back to here. This green yellow piece needs to come right here. This yellow red piece needs to come right here. And this red green piece needs to come right here. So even though all three are incorrectly oriented and permuted, they are still different from the first case because they are they are wrong but are in a pattern. So this one's the second case in which they are in a pattern, and the pattern is that they are to be cycled. So for that, there's a pretty very easy sequence of moves. You just keep any of these on the front, okay? Just any of these. This one can be front, this one can, but the blue needs to be on the bottom, okay? So this one, blue, by blue I mean the color that you solved first, so that needs to be on the bottom, and you can keep any of these on front. And then see what I'm doing. I turn this up and then aside and then back and aside. I keep repeating this until my Pyraminx is solved. I do this again. Up, aside, back, aside, up, aside, back, aside, up, aside, back, aside, and there you go. So that is the second case. Now I will teach you the third case too, and this one is the third case in which the edge pieces are in their correct position but are wrongly oriented. Both of these edge pieces in the top block are in their correct position. Yes, they are, but they are incorrectly oriented. They need to be flipped. I guess you know the meaning of orientation, don't you? Orientation means that the pieces need to be flipped. Okay, so there's again another sequence which I cannot express in algorithms, so you need to remember this. Okay, so I hold it like this so that the pieces that need to be flipped face me, and then up, left, up, upper block clockwise, then left face, left block back, and upper block anti-clockwise. Then left block down and right block down, left block up and then right block up, and I have solved my Pyraminx. Congratulations, you're done with solving your Pyraminx. Thank you, and I hope you liked my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.